Hello and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and another round of The Last Federation. Alright, so in the last video we managed to deliver spacefaring technology to a lot of the different races. And by a lot, I mean like 2. The Evox developed it on their own. We have to pick another one that we want to become spacefaring. Well, I'll tell you one thing I don't want. I don't want the Thoraxians or the Burlusts to become spacefaring too early on. They're both very warlike. Or rather, the Burlusts, gosh, I want to say Burlasts every time. The Burlusts are especially warlike. The Thoraxians aren't necessarily, but when they decide to, they tend to be really aggressive. In fact, the Andors are probably in a lot of danger simply by the proximity to the Thoraxians. Arguably the most dangerous race in the game. We're probably going to upset them and have to kill them, but we'll see what happens. Let's go to the Andors, because they are a fairly peaceful race, all things considered, and I don't mind making them spacefaring, so let's do exactly that, give them an early game advantage so maybe they can hold their own later. Now, again, if we get caught by any of these races, especially the Evox, who apparently absolutely hate the Andors, then we will lose some influence with these races. But again, I want to get that 14,000 credit and make them like us, so let's try it. Take action. Of course, now there are a freaking ton of probes. We're going to try to get around those as fast as we can. All power to the engines. Let's go. Okay, I think we actually have a window if we can get there in just a couple of turns. Oh, maybe not. Maybe? We'll see. Hang on. Getting close. Thread the needle. There we go. Perfect. I need to try and very carefully manipulate this. Hold down Shift will allow us to pick a specific path. And like so. Good enough. Let's do it. And boom! I think we actually managed to get that without getting detected. That's pretty good. End combat. Yeah, we did. Wow. Sweet, the Andors just became spacefaring without anyone knowing that it was me. Awesome sauce. Now, of course, what ends up happening as soon as they become spacefaring is they develop some armadas of their own, but most importantly, I gain influence with them, which is important if you want to form the Federation. We'll see what we can do with them. What's this? Ancient artifact found. Disease is spreading throughout the Skylaxian homeworld. For whatever disease was in the artifact, if the race has immunity to this disease, nothing happens. Otherwise, medical goes down some and the disease begins to spread. Now, of course, like I said last time, there are 4 different aspects to the planet that you are concerned with. The economy, medical, environmental, and public order. Now, I could spend some time with one of these races. Some friendly actions would allow me to try and improve certain aspects of their planet, and I might do exactly that for a little while. We'll see. On the other hand, we can take a look at some of these other missions. So, for instance, the Borines have a quest for us. They want to develop, what was it? Terraforming technology, because they want to make the environment of their planet a bit better because it's not very well suited to their species. Well, in order to do that, we probably would have to give them spacefaring technology first, and I'm not really sure I want to do that, but maybe I do. I don't know, we could try. What the heck, let's go to the Borines, let's do a friendly action, let's see if we can deliver it. It's become very dangerous to do this now, so I'm a little bit worried, but we'll try it. Again, get that extra credit. We might actually have a beeline for them. It's possible. Let's see what we can do. Speed 3, it's all about speed. They have no idea I'm here, I'm a shadow in the night. We're gonna make it. Oh, easy sauce. Let's do it, and pow. Wow, last game I played, I got detected way more often than this, so this is actually working out really well for us. Okay, so the Borines are now spacefaring. They like us a lot more. Good start for us. So the only races that don't really care about us are the Evox, because they developed it on their own. The Acutians don't like us. The Burlusts and the Thoraxians don't care that much, but they're not spacefaring, and they're perhaps the most dangerous races in the game, so I'm not going to give that to them. I can probably make them like us, no problem, on my own later. But I don't want to give them any early game advantage. I want the peaceful races to have a chance to develop their own defenses and perhaps make sure that these guys aren't too aggressive in the early game. All right, so, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Click this, there we go. So do I want to accept the quest? Our race is struggling. We are extremely ill-suited for the planet on which we are stuck, and this will hinder us unless we expand to other locations. And you don't want that. If you can deliver the specs that will help us build terraformer, our compatibility with the planet will increase by 0.5. That may not sound like much, but to us it's a major advance. This race is the least suited to their planet out of the remaining races that are not yet spacefaring. Looking at the numbers on the solar map overlay, do you think the improvement of 0.5 will be enough to make them a worthwhile ally? If so, they certainly will be very indebted to you. They will like us a lot if we can do this to the Borines. We'll gain a lot of credit, and we will build 5 of terraforming kit, whatever that exactly means. Borine on Electo with tech. Okay. If we ignore it, they're going to dislike us a little bit. We're going to accept this quest. Begin. So now, I think if we go here... Whoops. Oh, nope, we automatically got pushed into a mission. Okay, so our mission this time is to reach the drop zone to make our delivery. In the meantime, it appears there are a lot of Pelchian satellites making sure that I can't approach it. These are all combat satellites currently. The Pelchians really don't want us to do this for some reason. Okay, well, we don't need this much engine power. Let's instead boost up the weapons. We can hover over this to kind of see what their combat radius is. What are these? Wall turrets? Mega Lance, aid turrets. We'll try to avoid a lot of these. Let's get closer. Let's switch to a minigun, and let's specifically fire at, let's say, this thing here. Pew, 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 pew. It's got a little bit of life left. It'll probably survive a little while, but we don't need to go too far forward. Let's take our time, blow things up. There we go. Yeah, we just need to make a beeline for the drop zone. Gonna be a little bit tough currently. It's just got so many things protecting it. We're gonna have to kind of punch a hole through here and avoid the bullet hell that will ensue. So let's destroy everything that's kind of in our way. We'll sneak right between these guys, so I don't care that they're facing the wrong way, but these things, for instance, I do care. It looks like they have some missiles of some sort that are heading our direction because this MLRS turret does see us and it fires missiles. Okay, well, knowing that's true, let's make sure we destroy this Mega Lance. There we go. Look at all those bullets. We want to avoid a lot of those things. Let's go a little bit closer and try to destroy this thing so it doesn't keep shooting so many missiles at me. I'm going to take a little bit of damage, almost certainly, so let's take engine power down, shield power up. See if we can avoid it, but they are tracking, so I really doubt it. There we go. Okay. So we are going to take some shield damage, but it's probably fine. Not a big deal. Let's destroy the wall turret here that is shooting in this direction, because that's blocking us. No, we didn't quite manage to destroy it. We picked the thing that was in front of it instead. And we have a scatter shot thing that is shooting instead at us. Okay. Not a fan of that. Let's see if we can blow it up. Doop, 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 doop. It actually has a lot of health, and in the meantime, we are taking more damage from missiles. It's unfortunate, really, but I don't know if we can really avoid it. Continue hitting that scatter shot. We don't want to take any more damage from it. I'm going to go ahead and take a little power out of the weapons and give us a couple chances to regenerate our shields. Let's get closer. We'll destroy this wall turret because it's going to be in our way. And it doesn't look like anything else is really shooting at us right now. Well, I take that back. No, we definitely have some stuff that are going to shoot at us. We could decide to just punch through and just make it to the drop zone. We don't actually have to destroy anything else. Alternatively, we can back off a little bit, kind of recompose ourselves, and see what we can do. It might work out well for us. We probably should destroy this because this thing is shooting missiles as well. Didn't quite make it. We'll try again. Pew. There we go. All these missiles are going to be a bit of a problem for us. Our shields are back to full, so let's actually get some engine power. Get our weapons up. I'm going to go ahead and do auto-fire for now and just let it shoot at random things. I don't really care that much right now what it shoots at. I just want to avoid these missiles heading our way, get out of range, let them just kind of die in space, and then we'll try to make a beeline and punch through their system. Might work, might not. Can we avoid this missile? Probably. There we go. Alright. So let's reconsider our options a little bit here. This thing is going to take a few shots at us. So let's deliberately destroy this thing. I'm not worried about the short-range things. We can get a little closer. What's detecting us and shooting missiles? I don't really know. Oh, it's that one right there. That one's more or less unavoidable. Don't care about that. I think we need to destroy some of these wall turrets. So let's do exactly that. Yep, that thing's shooting in our way, so let's get rid of it. Keep blowing things up. In the meantime, it's actually getting blocked by a lot of space debris. This thing's in our way as well. Let's blow this up. If I click here and don't really move at all, I can just sort of stand stationary, and that's almost good enough, honestly, to just make a beeline for it. We're avoiding the bullet hell as much as possible here. Okay, this is good enough. I think we are close enough to have no problems. Let's go ahead and max out our engines and make a beeline for the drop zone before we take a lot of damage. And I don't care what we shoot at. We'll shoot at the scatter shot for now, I guess. Whatever. Boom. Done. Didn't take any hull damage, which is pretty nice. End combat. Now, the Burlusts dislike us a little bit because we chose to do the Borine mission and not the Burlust mission. So as a result, because we ignored them, we lost a little bit of influence. Not a problem, though. The Burlusts are honestly very easy to get influence with. I don't understand how anybody has problems with them. Just duel their freaking leader and win. It's easy. Not that hard. In the meantime, the Borines now really like us. We are approved. Hooray! And we got 10,000 more credit. Awesome. The Borines are now fairly well suited for their environment. That's pretty good for them. Their species should thrive, their numbers should increase. We can actually improve that a little bit by increasing their environment or their law and order, their medicine, something. Now, every planet will have one of these 4 factors either trending up or down. So right now, because it's blue, we see that the medical status of the Borean homeworld is trending up. So their medicine is getting better, regardless of whether or not we help them at all. We probably could spend a little bit of time helping improve their environment. That will gain us some influence and credit with them. Don't really think that's a high priority, but we could do it. Instead, what I like to do in the early game is spend some time researching technology from the other races. Now, this is something that was new that was added into the game from the Lost Technologies expansion. It did rework the technology of this game a little bit, so there's more side effects that will help you. But also, every race has their own racial tech. Some of those we can learn. I'm not sure if they have access to them quite yet. Some of them we can't. If we click on this button right here and show the tech levels of all the different races, we can see what we have and what we don't. So for example, the Acutians already have researched basic subatomic theory, and we know that as well. We also know fiber optics. So do the Boreans, so do the Evux, and so do the Thoraxians. Alright, no problem. Does anybody have any technology that we don't know about? Let's see. Manufacturing from the Andors. We actually seem to know a lot of stuff. We could try to learn... I don't think we actually can learn automated personal vehicles from the Andors, but we might try. Scalaxians know a little bit. Any technology that we can use? Vibroblades, perhaps? We could try to learn from another race. Do the Boreans have any technology we care about? Maybe vibroblades. Let's take a look. If we go to friendly actions, learn from race, yep, vibroblades. That is an option. That is a technology that they have that we don't. We can spend some time learning from them. Now, what we could do is actually a cooperative research with another race and learn how to make vibroblades ourselves, but it would take several months to do so. By learning it from another race, it'll only take us 2 months instead, and then we have the ability to go and give this technology to the other races for influence if we want. So I'm going to spend 2 solar months learning how to make vibroblades. Take action. Now we can see here it's going to take a little while. We could speed things up a little bit. Let's speed things up here. Bam, there we go. 2 solar months have passed, and we just researched vibroblades for ourselves in 1/3 the normal timeline. So that's one of the reasons I like having a lot of races that are friendly to me, and then just kind of finding out which races have technology that I don't, so I can go learn it. So for example, if I went to the Burlusts, I could probably learn how to make war zone weaponry. That would be an option. In fact, we might just try it, but they haven't got spacefaring technology, so we can't really do that without giving them spacefaring tech first. And I don't want to do that. The Burlusts are a very warlike race and are prone to attacking people. I don't want to destabilize the solar system too early on. Alright, who else has something? Ecological engineering, for example, from the Andors, the Skylaxians. They both have a couple of buildings that we like to learn about. Fire bombs could be learned from the Peltians. Low drag casings from the Acutians. Well, they hate us, so that's probably not going to happen. Digital sentience. This is a planetary improvement and automatically means the economy is going to change every month, so will public order. So this is a pretty handy technology to give out to the different races. The Evux have this. Not sure they're going to give it to me or let me learn from them, but we'll see. Synthetic fossil fuels, wireless communication. There's a lot of technology in this game. You can learn about the vaccines for the different diseases that could outbreak on a planet. Planetary ion cannon is or a bomb shelter are good things to learn about, so you can give it to all the races that you want to have a good defensive boost. The Thoraxians know about something called underground tunnels. We could try to learn it from them if we wanted to. And then there's a whole bunch of other races. Andorian efficiency, these are racial technologies that once they develop them, we could try to learn them ourselves. And then there are even some special technologies. What are these? Time travel. Ultimate? No idea what this is. Requires nonlinear mathematics, grand unified theory, superstring theory, and temporal mechanics. And then we can learn how to do time travel. Well, gee whiz. The speed multiplier for constructing or improving armadas, buildings, and outposts is boosted by 1,000. Holy freaking crap. Your credit is raised to a floor of 1 million each month. Yeah, this is a very late game tech that we're probably never going to learn about. Okay, yeah, I don't think that's very likely. Sure. Other things we want to learn about probably are some different space powers to improve our flagship. A lot of those would be good. Graviton guns, and hardened hull armor, and so on. We could learn that with another race and do some cooperative research. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. But let's go to the Skylaxians, and let's try to learn from the race. Automated personal vehicles is a building that will allow the economy to automatically increase. We can learn about the ecological engineering. Wireless communication halves the severity of negative public order trends, pretty useful. Bomb shelters, planetary ion cannons. Let's learn about bomb shelters, for example. That's pretty good. Take action. It'll only take us 1 month to learn about it. There we go. Bam, we learned some free technology for pretty much no effort on our part and no time. Let's learn about wireless communication. Sure, that won't take very long. Bam. What about we learn from, well, we could improve their relations with other races, but that's not what we want to do. How about planetary ion cannons? Sure, let's learn how to do this. Why the Skylaxians are letting me do this all the time? I don't know, but there's pretty much no consequences for doing this, and in the meantime, we're just getting a bunch of free tech. Granted, we aren't using our time to improve relations with anyone yet, but I think it's still worthwhile. Automated personal vehicles? Sure, let's learn how to do this. Bam. Now, once you have technology, for example, that automated personal vehicles, one thing we could do, probably, let's see, we could, property development, for example, we could get some property developed with them, and would spend several months, in fact, a very long time, to try and build some things. For example, defense bomb shelter. We could spend 70 months helping to build a bomb shelter on the Skylaxian homeworld. It would take a very long time. We could speed that up with a few things, but I'm not sure we want to. We could also gift some technology to the Skylaxians. So, for example, if we gave them basic subatomic theory, then that would mean that their scientific research is boosted, so they will learn some technology without me, and I might be able to get that from them, and their influence with us would increase. In fact, let's go ahead and do it. Sure, let's give them subatomic theory. Bam, they like us a little bit more. We could give them fiber optics, and their research will go up again. Not sure if we want to do that quite yet, but we could. Any other technology we can learn from them? Not really. So who else should we check out? The Pelsians. Why not? Let's learn some technology. Nope, nothing we can learn from them. Okay, how about the Andors? You've got something, right? Yes, you do. Synthetic fossil fuels. It's the only tech left, but let's go for it. Bam. All right, how about the Evox? I know you don't like me all that much. You have a stock market crash currently. Sucks for you. Can I learn from you? Sure. Digital sentience? Absolutely. Let's learn how to do that. I tend to do this a lot in the early game. Just learn as much as I can from everybody else. Lab-grown meat. Allows construction of meat vats. Non-robotic birth rates on the planet increased by 1.4 times. Goodness, that is pretty good. Yeah, we'll learn about that. Sure, why not? Thank you for the technology. Their home planet is called Faustus? It's a ring world. It looks like Halo. Pelsians also have a Halo world, ring world thing. I don't know. Those are some things that were added, just kind of aesthetic purposes in the game. I'm sure each planet type does have their own different statistics, and I can learn about that from planetary details, but let's be honest, that's a lot of information that I'm probably not going to make use of. Alright, anybody else have technology that I don't have? And then I can choose if I want to give any away to anybody. Combat optics, for example, I apparently know. Why? I don't know, I just know it. The Burlusts. Again, I could learn that from them. The Pelsians, I apparently can't learn firebombs from them. Why? Why can't I learn that from you? I went over here earlier and it said I couldn't. Learn from race. There aren't any valid texts for me to learn from them. Apparently I can't learn how to do firebombs. I'm not really sure why, but I can't. Low drag casings from the Acutians. I doubt they'll let me do anything, but let's take a quick look. Just go over here. Friendly acts. Learn from race. Oh no, take it back. I can totally learn how to do this from them. They have no choice in the matter. Fine, teach me how to make low drag casings. What is that? Not really sure. Presumably it's bullet casings that have low frictional drag as their shot, or something. I don't know. Cool. Let's go to tech progress and see if there's anything else. This episode is more or less going to be very dependent upon science development, I'm aware, but there are other things that we'll be able to do in the meantime. Oh, also, cool. So you'll see here there are some missions available. Oh, I take that back. No, that's not a mission. That's just telling me that I gave subatomic theory. I thought for sure there was some hydral tech available to us. Apparently not. That does happen occasionally, though. If you are on good terms with whoever's controlling the Acutian homeworld, maybe, for example, if we go over here right now and do... I don't want to do hostile act. Friendly act? Nothing we can do. Every once in a while, you'll find out some hydral tech has managed to unsurface. Well, unsurface? No, just surface. Some hydral tech has become available. There are some static AI defenses that you'll have to navigate through, but you can learn a lot of unique hydral tech, which makes you a little bit more powerful. These are all things that we'll figure out a little bit later. So basically, we've just spent a lot of time just kind of developing our science. I know that's a little bit early for an episode to end, but that's all the time we have today. Next time, we'll look at possibly doing some pirate raids or improving some planets and making people like each other. We'll see. Alright, well thank you guys for watching. This has been Pravus with The Last Federation. If you enjoyed this video, then hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I, as always, will see you guys next time.